Hey everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Blake Metcalf. I am your delegate. I just started in June, and right off the bat, the House of Delegates says, "Hey, by the way, we're thinking about doing away with the House of Delegates," meaning they're thinking about basically creating a new academy government that is pretty much just strictly run by a board of people, and I think only 15 is what they landed on. I do have some reservations. Uh, it, I've also got a few questions that I want to ask the Academy, but mainly I wanted your feedback. And here's why I'm doing a video. I've met enough dietitians to know that there are those of you that want the quick and fast video. Don't make me read 17 pages. And then there are those that want those 17 pages. So I thought I would do both. But something important that I read in this report on how they came to this conclusion, 81% of members did not know how to contact their delegate. 81% didn't know how to contact their own delegate. And only 14% ever really engaged with any of the House of Delegates information. And I think, if I recall the survey right, only about 2% of members really fully understood the Academy's system of governance. That's a bit of a problem, but throwing the baby out with the bathwater to me isn't necessarily the answer. And so I'm going to attach to this in some form or fashion a fact sheet, and then we'll link to the Academy webpage, which really, for those of you that do want to get into the weeds on this thing. And there's also a member survey. We are notorious for not engaging in our own system of governance. So I'm asking you as a member to fill out that 3-question survey. 2 of them are yes or no, I believe, if I recall right. 90-second survey. Fill it out. And then engage with me if you have further questions. But before I let you go, some of the things that are on my mind after reading seriously about 8 hours now. So one of the reasons for this proposal is that they're citing a need to be what they say nimble. They use that word a lot, and basically they're just saying that our current system of governance is not able to respond quickly. However, they've not really given a good explanation of when our current system has not been able to move fast enough. They say COVID, but that doesn't tell me much. Another thing you'll see whenever you look on the web page that I'll reference here, one big concern I have is what stops the board of directors, which would control everything. What would stop them from ignoring advice from the subject matter expert groups that would replace the House of Delegates? So in other words, say someone was contracted to maybe take on some sort of major issue for the Academy, and they make their big reports, and these are our nation's leading experts on whatever topic this is. What stops the board from just going, "Hey, thanks guys, but we're going to go a different way"? As far as I can tell, there isn't anything. Meaning if the board of directors just happens to disagree with whatever the subject matter expert group comes up with, they can't. I'm going to ask for clarification on that. I could be wrong. I could be misinterpreting that. There's also a lot of questions about Illinois law. One of the major reasons that they're saying this was proposed is because it's 20 years old and it goes against Illinois law. However, other delegates have rightfully presented that that's actually not fully clear. Other organizations other than the Academy, I think maybe the American Dental and a few others, are also housed in Illinois, and they have a system of governance just like we do. So if they're not having this problem, why are we? That hasn't been made clear, and that's one of the major reasons that this was proposed. There's also some questions I have about financial, so if the House of Delegates is dissolved, what happens to that money? The Academy allocates a certain amount of resources, financial and other. I'd like to know where that goes. So anyway, this is just kind of a short explanation. I wanted to get that out to you. A few have approached me. I don't have all the information. Whenever you really look into the House of Delegates comments, I am not alone. The other delegates really don't know how to approach this either. There's a lot of unanswered questions. Fortunately, we've still got about a month or so to really dig into this before anything comes to any sort of a vote. But I need your engagement. And more importantly, let's change that whole 81% of people not knowing who their delegate is or how to contact them we can make that freely available. I'm going to try to engage on Facebook and maybe some other sources if we can. But otherwise, let's make this a real conversation. Thanks.